Pacific Northwest, the battle to claim the Apple Cup always hotly contested. And even when these teams have struggled and winless seasons have been part of the equation, that just intensified the resolve to bring home the apples. Glad to have you with us from the Palouse, Pullman, Washington, and Martin Stadium. It's the Washington Huskies and the Washington State Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Washington State's head coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather isn't there. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Washington State's offense will come out first. Washington, as it so often has over the years, dominated the last time they saw the Cougars.
That was a statement win for Washington. We now play in the Big Ten. Washington State, you do not. And they wanted to put everybody on notice. They blew out the Cougars.
And that's just not fun if you're a Washington State fan. You've seen Washington win this over and over again. They go to a bigger and better conference. You're left behind. You at least want to get the apple. Last year you didn't. This year you got to bite at the apple.
The corners are walked up tight. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Washington's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
He'll pull it down inside the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Washington right back to the line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Throwing, Williams. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Here's a give to Washington. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Trying to run, it's Washington. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for space. It's Carr. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Running to the left. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Williams to throw for it on fourth. Makes the grab. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
They'll try to run it with Washington. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
On second and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run it on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Myers on the move. On target over the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets into the 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
A continual subplot since these two first squared off in 1900 is Washington State trying to prove it deserves the same respect and status as UW.
And I think oftentimes the great rivalries out west are forgotten in college football. This game between Washington and Washington State is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so happy that with conference realignment, they were able to keep this game on the schedule because it is always fun to watch.
It is fun, and it's for the Apple Cup, and here's the cool thing. These teams, they're not in the same conference anymore. They used to be for years, but this rivalry still lives because it still matters to the Washington and Washington State fans.
Got his man on the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Finds his man. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
That's caught. It's Washington. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Williams on the play fake. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Huskies will hustle to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out as the same.
Looking long. He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll run it on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Back to pass. Trying to barrel in. He's all the the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting the hole even open up, and they get the big 4th down stop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's a give to Washington. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Williams finds a spot in the middle. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy...
There's some room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Washington wants to go quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Throws to the back. This time he's got it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wideout. Here's Williams to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. It's Williams again. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his tight end. Turning it on! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll try to pop the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. From the gun. Pressure coming. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season.
Going the other way, and he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Huskies want to crank the tempo.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
The Cougars will use their first time out here. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Williams. With the catch, it's Moss. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll go with Washington. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice. Give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Now they'll run it to the right here. Stopped in the backfield as this defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the number 10 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Washington right back to the line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Williams to the air again. Firing to the right, complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Throwing, Williams. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
So now it's 2nd and long. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away, because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
They'll give it to Washington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Snags it, and he's open. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll toss it. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So
makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Husky. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Freeman. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense...
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, he's got some space. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Wazoo. Then stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with an electrifying 45-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, here on the Huskies sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Powers through the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. Stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Williams. He wants it all. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And I like the alertness by this defense. First and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Quarterback Keith. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Never getting stopped on that second down. Don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Huskies. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense.
Makes the grab in their space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Washington State lines up quickly.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Caught in the backfield. It's Freeman. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Cougars will line it up on 1st and 10.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's going to take off, and he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw again. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! Makes the grab in the corner.
And you want these guys that can take the top off the defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Here's a give to Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Picks up the first down. Finding some room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid...
And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Washington State going quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. Breaks loose. He's out of bounds and short. Just short of the line to gain, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Williams to throw. Pulls it in. It's Washington. Could not make his way to the corner.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Snagged out of the air. And that is how we will wrap this one up. The Huskies had that dog in them in this one, taking down the Cougs for the Apple Cup and the Governor's Trophy. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.